Hit record. So I have a few announcements for you today. So hold on. There we go. So I don't know if you guys can see this, all these quick writes. They're gonna pop up every single day for 10 days, so 10 school days. So you have to complete one a day. It should take you a minimum of 5 minutes, a maximum of like 10, if that. You guys are used to these, maybe just not in this format. So you would just hop on, answer this question, submit. That's it. So every day, even if we don't have class this week and all of next week, please pop on and do this little quick write. Each day is a different question, and they're not difficult. They're not thought-provoking in a difficult way, but they're going to ask you to write like fiction and nonfiction, and I'm not looking for any particular length, but I would like you to have like complete thoughts. If you want to write a lot, if one of the prompts really speaks to you and you're like, wow, I'm just going to write a whole bunch about that, that's totally fine and totally cool with that. I'll read however much you want to write. If you haven't done this Navient stuff, Madam Ortega posted another message to you guys, so make sure you check into that. There's 2 new iReadies for the week. They're due next Monday. We'll have iReady this week and next week, and then we won't have any more because there's really only like 13 days of school. So there's that. Any questions about those things? No? Okay.
No.
So today, if you are here in class, you will get assigned something to complete on this chart, but it's not going to be, it's going to be like a box or 2 at most. And no one will get this. We'll be doing this together. We're going to do as much as we can together, and then
do we have to do it right now? Like, because like I can't really do it right now because my sister's using the laptop for her Zoom.
No, you don't have to do it right now.
Okay.
Okay, right now we're gonna work on part of this together. So what we're looking at for Act 2 is characters' feelings about love, and what do they think about love, and how does that affect their interactions with other people? Are they in love? What is their concept of love? Do they use love for control or as a weapon, as a game? Is their love pure in this play? And then what actions are they completing based on their feelings about love, their interpretations of love? So if we look at Theseus as an example, what do you think Theseus thinks about love? Remember, Theseus is the Duke.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of somebody else.
That's
Right.
that's kind of a prize to him.
Yeah. Why do you say that, Claire?
Because whoever Hippolyta, is that her name?
Yeah.
Conquered her, and he got to marry her. like as a prize for conquering her?
A reward.
I can't spell conquered right now. My brain's not working. Okay, and how does that affect his interactions? Like, do you think he loves Hippolyta like Hermia and Lysander think they love each other, or do you think he has a different type of interactive? Like, how does he interact with Hippolyta?
He's not like madly in love with her, but like he kind of likes her.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he's nice to her?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think he's excited to marry her. Okay, good. Any thoughts on how Hippolyta feels about love? I feel like she's kind of a difficult character because we haven't seen a lot from her. So maybe we can go back and look at her speech from Act 1 later. What about Aegeus? What do you think he thinks about love?
That isn't that her father?
Correct.
That it's his choice to pick who his daughter loves. Or marries.
So do you think he thinks of love as control?
Kind of.
Okay, and how does his thoughts about love impact his actions?
He tries to force his daughter to marry who he wants her to marry.
What are her options? Can she say no?
She can marry who her father wants and stay alive. But if she doesn't, she can either die or be a nun.
Right. So that is like extreme. So he definitely feels like I love you, so you have to do what I say. Which is just, I don't even know what that is. Okay. So we're gonna read Act 2. I'm gonna kind of skip over this part. This is just an interaction between a fairy and Robin Goodfellow, or Puck, Oberon's like comedian guy. So Robin and this fairy who works for Titania, he's just like, where are you going? She's like, I've been all over. The queen's gonna be here soon. And then Puck's like, oh well, the king's gonna be here soon. And he mentions that the queen should not come near him because Oberon's really angry. He's furious because he stole a boy from Indian king. She's never kidnapped such a darling human child, and Oberon is jealous. He wants the child for himself so he can accompany him on wanderings. The queen refuses to hand over the boy. Instead, she puts flowers in the boy's hair and makes a fuss over it. Now they refuse to speak to each other or meet anywhere, and they always argue, and the little fairies get so frightened. bloop, bloop, bloop. And then she's like, aren't you the little mischievous Puck? It's like, yep, that's me. But I make Oberon laugh, so he keeps me around. And then Titania and Oberon show up. So I need an Oberon and I need a Titania.
I can be Titania.
Okay. I need an Oberon. Okay, guess I'll be Oberon. So Oberon reminder is the Fairy King. The Fairy King and his followers enter the opposite side of the stage. Titania and her followers enter. How not nice to see you, Titania.
What? Are you jealous? Oh, how do you pronounce the name?
Oberon.
Oberon. Fairies, get out of here. I have sworn I'll never sleep with him or talk to him again.
Wait just a minute, you brazen hussy. Aren't you supposed to obey me, your lord and husband? A brazen hussy is a bold woman, but hussy is just a really derogatory way to phrase that.
Okay. If you're my lord and husband, I must be your lady and wife. So you're supposed to be faithful to me. But I know for a fact that you snuck away from fairyland disguised as a shepherd and spent all day playing straw pipes and singing love poems to your new girlfriend. The only reason you left India was to come here to see that butch Amazon Hippolyta. She was your boat-wearing mistress and your warrior lover. And now that she's getting married to Theseus, you've come to celebrate their marriage.
So Oberon was having an affair with Hippolyta. How can you stand there shamelessly talking about me and Hippolyta when you know that I know about your love for Theseus? Weren't you the one who made him desert Perigonia in the middle of night right after he'd raped her? And weren't you the one who made him cheat on all of his other girlfriends? Like Aegilis, Adrene, and Antopia?
Oh.
I
These
can sum this up. Let me sum this up because this is a long soliloquy. A soliloquy was where like one of the characters just has this really long speech. Basically, she's like, all of our arguments have destroyed the land. We haven't been able to meet with my fairies haven't been able to meet and dance and do what they do. And now the ocean the fogs rise up out of the sea and fall down on rivers. So the rivers flood. So the fields that the farmers have been plowing are ruined. There's no grain. There's no sheep because there's no grain. The fields are flooded. The crows are getting fat from eating dead bodies of the infected sheep. People can't play games. They can't have fun. So all the stuff that we usually do, we can't do to keep the earth happy because you're mad at me, basically. And we're arguing. So that's what that speech was. Do something about it then. You have the power to fix it. Why would Titania want to argue with her Oberon? All I'm asking for is that all I'm asking for is to have that little human boy as part of my crew.
Get over it. I won't give up this child for all of fairyland. His mother was one of my worshippers, and we always used to gossip together at night in India, sitting together by the ocean and watching the merchant ships sailing on the ocean. We used to laugh and see the sails fill up with wind so that they looked like they had a big pregnant bellies, as if the wind had gotten them pregnant. She would imitate them since she was already pregnant with the little boy. As she would go sailing away and let herself to go get me little presents and come back carrying gifts like she was a ship coming back from a voyage. But since she was mortal, she died, giving birth to that boy and asking her sake, I am raising him, and I will not give him up.
How long do you plan to stay here in this forest?
Maybe until after Theseus' wedding day. If you behave yourself and join us in our circle dance and moonlight celebrations, then you can come with us. If not, leave me alone and I'll stay away from your turf.
Give me that boy and I'll come with you.
Not for the entire fairy kingdom. Come, fairies, let's go. We are going to have an out and out brawl if I stay any longer.
Titania and her fairies exit. Well, go on your way then. You won't leave this grove till I've paid you back for this insult. My dear Puck, come here. You remember the time when I was sitting on a cliff and I heard a mermaid sitting on a dolphin's back sing such a sweet and harmonious song that it calmed the stormy sea and made the stars shoot out of the sky so they could hear her better? I need a Puck, a Robin.
Me? Again?
No, I gotta have somebody else. You're Titania.
Oh, okay.
Come on, guys.
It's okay.
I'm gonna pick somebody.
I'll be a Robin.
Thank you, Sadie. This is you.
Okay.
You're up.
I'll be that person.
I'll save you for later, Marquise. Sadie, go ahead. This is you.
Yes, I remember.
That same night, I saw Cupid flying from the moon to the earth with all of his arrows ready. You couldn't see him, but I could. He took aim at a beautiful young virgin who was sitting on a throne of the western part of the world, and he shot his arrow of love well enough to have pierced 100,000 hearts. But I could see that Cupid's fiery arrow was put out by watery virginal moonbeams, so the royal virgin continued her virginal thoughts without having been interrupted by thoughts of love. But I paid attention to where Cupid's arrow fell. It fell on a little western flower, which used to be white as milk, but now has turned purple from being wounded by the arrow of love. Young girls call it love and idleness. Bring me that flower. I showed it to you once. If its juice is put on someone's eyelids while they're asleep, the person will fall in love with the next living creature he or she sees. Bring me this plant and get back here before the sea monster has time to swim 3 miles.
I could go around the world in 40 minutes.
Robin exits. When I have the juice of that flower, I'll trickle some drops of it onto Titania's eyes while she's sleeping. She'll fall madly in love with the first thing she sees when she wakes up, even if it's a lion, a bear, a wolf, a bull, a monkey, or an ape. And before I make her normal again, I can cure her by treating her with another plant. I'll make her give me that little boy as my page. But who is that coming this way? I'll make myself invisible and listen to their conversation. Marquise, I'm gonna have you be Demetrius, so I need a Helena. Alexis, you wanna do Helena?
Oh, I'm Demetrius.
Yeah.
All right.
You're up. Marquise.
Look, I don't love you, so stop following me around. Here are Lysander and beautiful Hermia. Lysander, I want to stop, but Hermia stops my heart from beating. From beating. You told me they escaped into this forest, and here I am, going crazy in the middle of the woods because I can't find Hermia. Go away, get out of here, and stop following me.
You attract me to you, you cruel magnet, but you must not attract iron, because my heart is as true as steel. If you let go of your power to attract me, I won't have any power to follow you.
Do I ask you to follow me? Do I speak to you kindly? Don't tell you in the clearest terms that I do not and cannot love you.
Demetrius is harsh.
Yes, but that makes me love you even more. I'm your little dog, Demetrius. The more you beat me, the more I'll love you. Treat me like you would treat a dog. Kick me, hit me, neglect me. Wow.
I know.
Try to lose me. Just let me fall behind you. Even though I'm not good enough for you, could I ask for a worse place in your heart than to be treated as you would treat a dog? And yet I would consider it an honor to be your dog.
Yikes.
Don't push it. Just looking at you makes me sick.
And I get sick when I can't look at you.
You're risk you're risking your reputation by leaving the city and stalking someone who doesn't love you. Standing around alone in a desert
Deserted.
area in the middle of the night. Isn't the best way to protect your vir- teach our well,
Virginity.
yeah.
I rely on your virtue to protect me, and because I can see your shining face, it doesn't feel like nighttime to me. This forest doesn't seem deserted when you're here, because you are all the world to me. So how can anyone say I'm alone when the whole world is here to look at me?
I'll run away from you and hide in the bushes and leave you to the mercy of wild animals.
Yikes.
The wildest animal isn't as cruel as you are. Run wh- whenever you want to. The story of
Daphne.
Daphne and Apollo will be changed.
Okay, so then she talks about this Greek myth about how Apollo runs away from Daphne, and she chases him, and it's just like the dove chasing the griffin, which is usually the predator, and the deer trying to hunt the tiger. Um, the cowardly person chases, and the brave person runs away. Basically, it's like we're opposite. I'm running to you even though you're bad for me. Demetrius.
I'm not sticking around to listen to you any longer. Leave me alone, or if you follow me, you'd better understand that I'll do something bad to you in the forest.
Yes, you already hurt me in the church, in the town, and in the fields. Shame on you, Demetrius. Your behavior is an insult to all women. We cannot fight for love as men can. We, sh- we should be pursued and courted. We weren't made to do the pursuing.
Oh,
This is still you. This is
I'll follow you
no.
and
That's
turn
still
this.
Alexis. That's Alexis. That's Helena.
Uh,
I'll follow you and turn this hell I'm in into a kind of heaven. It would be heavenly to be killed by someone I love so much. Oh my word.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause there, and we're gonna talk about Demetrius and Helena. And let's start with Helena. What does Helena think about love? Think about what she says to Demetrius. You can treat me like your dog, and that's good enough for me. Like a dog that you're mean to. You can beat me and kick me and neglect me, and I'll still love you. Just treat me like you would treat your dog. Does she need Demetrius to love her? or be kind to her?
No.
No. So she thinks love is like one-sided and doesn't need kindness.
All right, here we go. Daddy's gonna go make us some more lunch.
So she doesn't need Demetrius to be nice to her in any way. Like, he is outright saying, I don't like you. You're awful. Leave me alone. I'm going to do something mean to you. And she's like, la, la, la. That sounds great. Being killed by someone I love is the best. What? So what does she do because she thinks love can be one-sided? Like, what are her actions? What is she currently doing?
She
is following Demetrius.
Where?
to find her friend that Demetrius is in love with.
Right, and where are they?
The woods.
So what this is saying is she's willing to put herself in unsafe situations. Like, he could easily hurt her in a variety of ways. Or something else could, because he doesn't care. If a bear came and started attacking her, he'd be like, bye, finally, you're off my back. He doesn't care. So she puts herself in unsafe situations. And remember, he wouldn't even be in the woods if it wasn't for Helena, because Helena told him what was happening. She went to him and she's like, guess what? Hermia and Lysander are running away. She knew what was going to happen and she told him anyway.
So she basically ratted out her friend so he would love her?
She says this thing, she's like, let me see if I can find it because it doesn't make any sense. She's like, let me see where it is. I think it's at the end of Act 1, Scene 1. Oh, right here. I'll go tell Demetrius that Hermia is running away tomorrow night. He'll run after her. If he's grateful to me for this information, it'll be worth my pain in helping him pursue my rival, Hermia. At least I'll get to see him when he goes and then when he comes back. So she tells him just so she can go see him. What? Like, telling him that Hermia is running away is not benefiting her at all. Like, it's hurting her because now Demetrius is like, well, now I have to go find her. Dumb. Okay, what are Demetrius's thoughts about love? I see you, buddy. Does he love Hermia?
No.
No. Why does he want to marry Hermia then?
Because Hermia's father told him to.
So he thinks love is chosen for you?
Yep.
But why does he think he loves Hermia? What is it about Hermia that he's like, okay?
Pretty.
Remember? What?
She's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what does he end up doing because he thinks he's chosen for this pretty girl? What's he currently doing?
It's looking
He's
for
in the waiting room.
Right. Okay.
Sadie's in the waiting room because
I just admitted her. Did it work?
it did.
Cool. Goodbye, nymph. Before he leaves this part of the forest, you'll change places. You'll be the one running away, and he'll be in love with you. So Oberon then has a plan. Do you have the flower, welcome traveler? Robin? Huck? Sadie? No. Sadie, are you there? Apparently not. Landon, can you
Okay.
read one
I got it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Sadie.
Here it is.
Give it to me. I know a place where wild thyme blooms and oxlips and violets grow. It's covered over with luscious. Okay, blah, blah, blah. He knows where Titania is sleeping. Titania sleeps there. Okay, I'll put the juice of this flower on Titania's eyes and fill her with horrible delusions and desires. You take some of it too, and look around in this part of the forest. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a young man who wants nothing to do with her. Put some of this flower's juice on his eyes and make sure to do it in such a way that the next thing he sees will be the lady. You'll be able to tell it's him because he's wearing Athenian clothes. Do it carefully so that he'll end up loving her more than she loves him. And then make sure to meet me before the roosters first crow at dawn.
Don't worry, sir. I'm at your service.
Okay, so Puck is off to find Demetrius and put the flower juice on his eye. Hopefully he's successful. So this next part, Titania's like, hey, little fairies, sing me to sleep. And so they sing her a bunch of songs. La, 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 la. And then she falls asleep. And then they leave. Oberon squeezes flower juice on Titania's eyelids. Whatever you see first when you wake up, think of it as your true love. Love him and yearn for him, even if he's a lynx, a cat, a bear, a leopard, or a wild boar. Whatever's there when you wake up will be dear to you. Wake up when something nasty is nearby. So he puts this spell on Titania to wake up when something awful is nearby, and she falls in love with him. Okay, I need a actually, I'm just going to skip over this part. Okay, so Lysander and Hermia, they're in the woods. Lysander is like, you look exhausted. I'm lost. Let's rest and wait till morning. And she's like, okay, that's great. I'm going to sleep here. You go sleep over there. He's like, no, no, no. We can both sleep together. It's fine. We're going to get married. And she's like, no, but we're not married yet, so go away. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, we're just two hearts in love and we're one person. She's like, no, go away. I love you, but go away. And so they sleep separately in the same area, but like she's over here and he's like over here. So they're not together. Okay. Robin.
How many pages did we skip over?
One and a bit.
Okay. I've been through the entire forest, but I haven't found any
Athenian.
Athenian man to use the flower on.
He sees Lysander and Hermia.
Wait a second, who's this? He's wearing Athenian clothes. This must be the guy who rejected the Athenian girl. And here's the girl sleeping soundly on the damp and dirty ground. Pretty girl. She shouldn't lie near this rude and heartless man. He puts flower juice on Lysander's eyelids. Jerk eyes.
Throw
all the power of the magic charm on your eyes. When you wake up, let love keep you from going back to sleep. Wake up when I'm gone, because now I have to go to Oberon.
Nice. Helena.
Stop, Demetrius. Stop, even if only to kill me.
Demetrius. Marquise. 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 Boy. All right, I guess I'll be Demetrius for a second. I'm telling you, get out of here and don't follow me around like this.
Oh, will you leave me alone in the dark? Don't.
Wait, do I still go?
Oh, I skipped you. Here you go.
Me?
Yeah.
Stay here at your own risk. I'm going on alone.
Helena.
Oh, I'm out of breath from this foolish chase. The more I pray, the less I get out of it. Hermia is lucky, wherever she is, because she has beautiful eyes. How did her eyes get so bright? Not from crying, if that's the case. Tears wash my eyes more than hers. No, no. I'm as ugly as a bear since animals that see me run away in terror. So it's no surprise that Demetrius runs away from me as if I was a monster. What evil and deceitful mirror made me think I could rival Hermia's starry eyes?
She sees Lysander.
But who's this here? Lysander on the ground? Is he dead or sleeping? I don't see any blood or injuries. Lysander, if you're alive, wake up.
I'd even run through fire for you if you told me. Radiant, beautiful Helena. I feel like Mother Nature has allowed me to see into your heart as if by magic. Where is Demetrius? Oh, I'd kill that name with my sword if I could.
Don't say that, Lysander. Don't say that. Why do you care that he loves Hermia? What does it matter? Hermia still loves you, so be happy.
Happy with Hermia? No, I regret all the boring time I wasted with her. I don't love Hermia. I love Helena. Who wouldn't love a dove more than a crow? A man's desires are influenced by his logical mind, and it's simply logical that you're more worthy of love than Hermia is. Fruits and vegetables don't ripen until the right season of the year. Likewise, I'm young and my season has just ripened. I can finally see the light. My logic has more control over my desires than it used to, and it's telling me to look into your eyes, where I see every love story ever told.
Why does everyone always make fun of me? What have I done to deserve this kind of treatment from you? Is it not enough, young man, that I will never be as pretty enough to get a kind look from Demetrius? Do you have a harp on my inadequacy? My gosh, it's wrong for you to woo me in such a cruel, disdainful way. But goodbye, I have to tell you. I thought You are a much kinder person than this. Oh, how awful that a lady who's been rejected by one man should therefore be treated horribly by one other.
So Helena thinks this is just Lysander kidding around and making fun of her. She doesn't understand what's happening. Which, why would she? She thinks he should still be in love with Hermia. She doesn't see Hermia. Hermia, keep sleeping and don't come near me ever again. Eating too many sweets makes people sick to their stomachs, and people always hate the mistakes they made in the past worse than anyone else hates those mistakes. Hermia, you're the sweet I've had too much of and the mistake I used to make, so I hate you more than anyone else does. I'll use all my talents and efforts to serve Helena and bring her honor. So then Hermia wakes up and she's like, oh no, where's Lysander? I have to go find him. Okay, the end of Act 2. Let's talk about Hermia and Lysander's. What do they think about love? Guys, the faster we do this, the less work I have to give you. So I recommend you get involved.
They think that you should love who, like, you actually are in love with.
Okay, and what does she do?
Who?
Hermia, what does she do because she thinks you should be with the person you love?
She
He
ran
runs
away with
Lysander. My waffle maker's gonna explode.
What?
My waffle maker's gonna explode.
I don't know who's talking, but I cannot understand you. It's really choppy.
Madam Monterey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to leave soon because my sister has a Zoom.
Okay, we're almost done, I think.
Okay.
What is Lysander's feelings about love?
That you should be with who you want to be with.
I think I would say he believes it's worth fighting for. Like, he just said he would kill Demetrius over Helena because he's, magic in love with her. Okay, what is he doing to fight for his love?
Which, like, when he's under the spell or when he's not?
Not. It's fine, or under.
He's running away with Hermia.
Okay, cool. And then what about Oberon and Titania? What do they think about love? How are they currently treating each other?
Badly.
Yeah. So, but they're like supposed to be together because they're king and queen. What does Oberon think Titania should be doing just because she's the queen, his wife?
he should be faithful? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Does he think he needs to be faithful?
No.
No. He also thinks he should obey. So when she doesn't do that, what is his reaction?
To make her fall in love with something.
Okay, and what about Titania? Like, why does she love this little boy so much?
Because
What?
it was her friend's son.
So she loves him because her her worshiper was loyal to her, right?
Hmm.
So maybe love and loyalty. And because she believes that, what's she doing with the little boy?
Going to raise him.
Yeah. Okay, what about Puck? What does he think about love?
Puck, he doesn't really. I don't think he does know much about it.
He does what he's told. That's
Yeah. So we could put this. Yeah. He doesn't care. He kind of just thinks everything is a joke. So over here, what does he do?
he puts the flower juice in people's eyes. I'm video.
Yeah, I mean, Oberon was not very clear. I don't really know if we know what Hippolyta's feelings are. We just don't know enough about her yet. He just really does whatever Oberon says, and when Oberon was just like, oh, he's wearing Athenian clothes because he didn't see Lysander and Hermia. I mean, it's even though Puck likes to play jokes, this isn't actually one of his jokes that he's playing because this is just a genuine misunderstanding. But later, you'll see that he ends up playing a joke on Titania for the thing that she falls in love with,
Oh yeah.
which is pretty funny. Okay. I think we're done with that. So let's see who is here. Z is here. Sadie is here. Judy. Simon. Whoops. Landon. Claire. Abdu, are you still here?
Yeah.
Cool. Victoria, are you here?
Yeah.
Amari or Brooke? Trinity? Trey? Malenica? Layla?
Yeah.
London? Sami?
Here.
Jameer, are you here? Nora, are you still here?
Yeah.
Alexis. Khalifa, are you here?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, did I miss anybody that's here? Cool. All right, so you guys will get 10 points for being in class.
I'm here.
Who said that?
Landon.
Yeah, I got you, bud. Cool. All right, so that's all I've got for you today. Please make sure you hop on and do your little quick write. It should not take you very long unless you decide to write a whole bunch, which is fine. But really, it should take you 5 minutes or less. Any questions?
No.
Cool. Have a great day. Stay warm. It's freaking freezing.